at 5:30, an issue that makes headlines all too often, child abuse and neglect. The same families sometimes surface over and over again. News 4's Rich Newberg tells us about a new effort to try to stop this trend. Rich?
Jackie, Erie County is now teaming up with UB for a new study to try and stop the cycle of chronic neglect. Children's lives are directly affected when their basic needs are not met at home. We are familiar with Western New York's most notorious cases of child abuse and neglect, which resulted in the deaths of these children.
Our babies are dying tragic deaths.
While the Erie County Social Services Department is now hiring 37 more people to meet a growing caseload, the county is receiving about 1,000 cases a month from the state's Child Abuse Hotline. And many families being reported have a documented history of chronically neglecting their children.
They tend to be families that have multiple challenges, oftentimes poverty, many times mental illness, many times substance abuse.
Last year, 72% of those hotline reported families had previous reports documented during the past 4 years. 24% had 5 or more previous reports on file. How can this trend be reversed? And how can Child Protective Services do a better job in stopping this cycle of neglect? That's what a new UB study hopes to find out.
Are there other red flags that we can identify that can be addressed earlier, and where other systems may also come into place?
The county social services commissioner says she welcomes the input and is looking for answers.
When we intervened, when was it not able to affect lasting change? What happened that brought that family back to us within 6 months, a year, whatever it turned out to be?
And UB is hoping to have some of those answers in 6 to 12 months.
But you're really talking here about families that have several problems, not just one.
Jackie, many times it isn't just really about one problem. A host of problems sometimes lead to child neglect. And really, this is the first time that chronic neglect, as they call it, is being addressed, and really an effort to try and help these families before it escalates.
Got to do something, yeah. Thank you, Rich.